Are off-road motorbikes getting more expensive? Part of human nature loves to whinge about how bad everything is, even though at this point in history, much of the world's population has never had it so good. So each year it's tempting to complain about how motorbikes are too expensive nowadays, but in most cases they actually aren't. If you account for inflation, the real cost for most types of off-road motorbikes is about the same over the decades. Sometimes cheaper, sometimes a bit more expensive. And of course, along the way, we have picked up huge amounts of suspension, incredible performance improvements, more use of alloy to reduce weight, and so on. You get an incredible amount of motorbike for your money nowadays. This is just looking at base models, of course. One thing we do have today is increased choice. Manufacturers know many of us are blinded by bling and will pay much more for the fancy model loaded with stuff that looks cool but won't make us ride any better. So you can sell your kids off for scientific experiments to buy KTM's ridiculously priced Erzberg edition. Or in adventure riding, go for BMW's flagship GSA with 3 bedrooms and a spa. And of course this choice extends to cheaper brands being available too. AJP, made in Portugal, Royal Enfields, made in India, SWM from Italy. And of course a pile of Wang Chang stuff coming out of China, if you aren't worried about quality or ethics of the country involved. So in real terms, off-road bikes are not much more expensive at all. But it's more complicated than just the real costs adjusted for inflation. In many countries, the rising cost of living means we have less to spend on frivolous things like dirt bikes. And to make things worse, we don't save money the way we used to. Why? Well, it seems there are 4 main reasons. Instant gratification. We want stuff right now and won't do the hard yards to actually save the money first. So we go deeply into debt and let the fat cats siphon off our hard-earned money as interest. There is very little interest in the way of financial education about how to save nowadays. Most of us learn financial management from our parents, but each generation is passing on less of these skills and more about living on credit card debt. And finally, many of us think we will just simply start saving sometime in the future. But we keep deferring this and get caught up in the debt cycle, often for life. So we often like to blame motorbike brands or the dealers for apparently high prices, but in reality it's actually more about disposable income and our increasing inability to actually save money. Another common argument about high prices is saying that some dirt bikes cost as much as a small car. Well, it's all about economies of scale. The cost of making, say, 1 million cars in a budget 4-cylinder model will probably cost little more than a much smaller production run with a 4-stroke enduro bike. So in conclusion, except for a few cases of price gouging, most of the time the manufacturers are not rorting us with their pricing. And if we want to make motorbikes more affordable, we should just get out of debt and learn how to actually save the money first, then buy the motorbike. What do you guys think? Interested to know your thoughts? Let us know in the comments.